Hi guys, this video is I'm just playing, just drinking a small little Coke. I want to thank you guys for all the support I've been getting in these two videos of my channel, and apologize, because I haven't been able to put myself together and get back into my videos. But I want to say these last 2 weeks have been some of the craziest weeks I've experienced in my personal opinion when it comes to DoorDash, Uber Eats, all these gigs. I literally just do Uber Eats, the regular Uber, and DoorDash. So I do remember applying for Grubhub and Postmates, which now Postmates, a lot of us know that's pretty much Uber Eats now. So, anyways, I want to give my 2 cents on on this, on the CVS issue, right? Like the girl went and which, by the way, I have not been updated. The last video I saw about this was that the girl actually was deactivated from DoorDash. By the way, this is just a story time. Today's Sunday. By the time you see this, it's probably gonna be Monday or Tuesday. It's noon. It's lunchtime. So as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go ahead and do some DoorDash. I've been having problems with my camera, which I don't have right here. I just have my battery. So I think I'm gonna have to return it. Long story short, I went down the beach and I got it wet because I didn't lock it all the way. So it's waterproof, but it has to be locked from all the angles, from all the where you connect it to charge it and put the SD card and all that stuff. So long story short, that's one of the reasons why I haven't been able to do this the ride along, the go with me and do these DoorDash, Uber Eats scenarios. So as soon as they get that fixed, in the meantime, we're gonna be using my phone. Okay, and I'm actually using the front camera because that way I can see myself and see if I'm in frame and looking good. Have been shaved. Anyhow, I want to be as normal as I can be as myself in these videos. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And what was I saying? Whoa, I'm sorry. That was a soda. Anyhow, so let's go ahead and get to the story when it comes to like what's going on today, with this. I'm gonna call it trend. I think it's this trend where people are kind of like, we get it. They're out of money. They're actually looking for certain ways to, get free stuff. In this case, what we do is food delivery, so they want to get it for free. So I think it's like a word of mouth where people are kind of like, you know what? I've heard if you put that you didn't receive the order even though you did, you won't have to pay. I'm not sure what's going on. Like I don't know what's the story behind people doing this. But I live in Carlsbad, California. So I usually go, this is North San Diego. I usually do like most North San Diego County. And I was doing one in Oceanside. This was DoorDash. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This was Uber Eats. So I get to the place, and by the way, I picked it up from KFC. When I get to the place, on my way to just deliver the food, this text from the customer, I get this text and they're like, "Hey, can you make sure you get some ranch?" So I did. I read the text before I head over and went to deliver it to him or her. And I can't remember the name, but I was like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking, it's going to be a normal drop off, whatever. I get to the place and it's kind of like this little hill. And there's two houses. There's one on the entrance. And then if you keep going up, if you keep going uphill. It's going to be the second house. His house or her house where I dropped it off was the one in the bottom, the very first one. What happened was that I went out, got my order out, placed it by the door because that was the instructions, right? Place food by door, and I was about to just, I took my picture because I'm taking pictures and videos as I go, like all of them. There's no exception. Before I used to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave a note and hey, it's by the door. Pick it up. Thank you. Have a nice day. Now, by seeing all this craziness going on, I'm like, hell no. I'm gonna cover my ass and be like, you know what? I actually included within the text that I took a picture with the number, and I want to make sure that it is the right one for them to please text me back. Actually, I do that. Like I tell them to text me back sometimes, but sometimes I'm just leaving a note saying, making sure that they know that I took a picture and that it's kind of like just in case, Anyhow, back to the story. So KFC order, I place it by the door, and I text, and I waited like a minute just to see if they're gonna come out and get the food, just to make sure, right? No one's coming out. I'm like, all right, they're probably just taking their time, or they're probably just shy and they don't want me to be there still. And I'm like, all right, I'll just wait a little longer, Oh, my back. Did you hear that? Oh. Anyhow, so I'm like, you know what? I'm not liking this because I was there for quite a bit, and it's getting cold. Like, it's going. We're in in the 50s, low 60s, so it's kind of like chilly over here in California. I know it's not that cold, it's not snowing or anything, but for us people, anyways, I call. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna call this customer, just make sure that it is this house, because I saw the number. I said it was this house. There was 2 mailboxes, so one was for the bottom one, for the first house, which was the customers, and then the one uphill. I call, and this is where it gets tricky because it's like no one picked up the first time. So I'm like, okay. So I leave another text. Hey, food is by the door. It's going to get cold. Just make sure that it is a house and you guys get the food. So I call again. And this time, I get a girl to answer the phone, and she's like she sounded confused. Hello? I'm like, yeah, hi, this is Josh with Uber Eats. I just want to make sure that it is at the right house. And then she cut me off. She's like, I'm sorry, but I think you got the wrong number. And I'm like, is this not the number that texted me back just a few minutes ago about the ranch and, the extra stuff for the order? She kind of like didn't know what to say. And it was weird. It was just awkward. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just call support, right? And I'm like, I pretended like I was like, I know this sounds silly, but I was just like, dee, just trying to see if they were going to fall for the fake hang up noise, right? And I think they did because the girl was like, oh, something. And I couldn't really hear, but it sounded like they were saying, oh, he's going to call support. And like if it was them, but they were going to try to do something like that and take advantage and be like, oh, we didn't get the food. So at that moment, I called support. So when I call support, I'm on the phone with support, and I'm right in front of the door where I left the food. So I'm looking at the food, and I'm on the phone with support, and I'm like, hey, you know what? If no one comes out, I'm taking this food back. I'm not going to be risking it saying that, hey, we didn't get this order, because I called the same number that I received a text from, the customer. So, and all of a sudden it's not the same number from the customer. So what's going on? At that moment, I see this guy running out of out of the house. Oh, hey, it's my order. It's my order. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but I just assumed that they knew what they were trying to do. So what I did was like, hey, bro, you know what? I'm not gonna lose my job because you guys are gonna call and say that you guys didn't receive. Oh, no, that's not the case. I'm sorry. I got the food and everything, and to my surprise, I still had a soda right inside my car from that order. So I'm like, oh, jeez. But he already had gone in. So I hung up the phone with support. I'm like, hey, I guess they're picking up their food, whatever. Just wanted to make sure. So when the guy goes inside or at his house, I think I was there a good 5 to 15 minutes. Like that was the time frame I was there, which I don't know, for some reason, like it felt like they were gonna do that. I think they were gonna do that. It sounded like they were going to planning on doing that. So I text back. I'm like, hey, because I didn't finish the order yet. I didn't completed it. So I'm like, hey, I still got your drink. I'm just gonna place it outside again. Please get your drink. Thanks. Have a great night. Boom. So I bounced. But I think it was gonna happen to me. You know, I think it was gonna be that scenario where like the guy was gonna be like, or whoever, the girl, they were gonna be like, oh, we didn't get the order, blah blah blah, and I was gonna be charged, or I was gonna be even deactivated, maybe, you know. So I recommend all of us, DoorDash, Uber Eats, food delivery in general, that we take the right, even if it takes a little longer. I'm gonna start taking pictures and videos of everything I can. Make sure you read the notes. Make sure you pay attention to all details, the right number, and if you can, do like I do. Just stay there for 1-2 minutes. Just 1-2 minutes, just to make sure that way, if in case they were trying to do that, they see you, that you saw them getting the food, and there's no way for them to be like, oh, even though they might still say that, some of them maybe, but at least you can say, no, I saw the customer. I know DoorDash keeps track of the addresses and the places you are. They go on based on GPS, I guess. Uber Eats does the same thing, but still, you know, just record like in a little note, like mark the number that you were at, the time that you were at there, how long you were there, just to make sure. I mean, if it's getting to that point, I recommend you do that. If it's not, there's certainly areas that you know for sure it's like it's not gonna happen. You know, I know that there's areas that, you know, but still, don't be so confident that just because it's this nice, rich area, it's just not gonna happen to you. You know, it's like, no, just go ahead and make sure. That's all the story I wanted to share with you guys. Be careful out there. I don't know how DoorDash and Uber Eats is going to change with all these changes. If it's going to be better for us, or it's just going to make it more difficult, and it's going to be time consuming. One of the things I cannot stress when it comes to doing Uber Eats, I know I just said that, just wait 1-2 minutes, you know, just to make sure. But I want to emphasize one thing. Time is money. Don't waste too much time. As soon as you get the order, you know, make sure you like the order. You know where you're going. You see how much you're gonna get, and then you accept that. You know, but as soon as you do, hustle, get on it. You know, make money. Don't waste time. Don't make how can I say this? Time is money, you know. I want to thank you guys so much for the love that I get on these videos. This is a third video now, so I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Don't forget. Thank you. See you next video.